Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I'm Hitman Cos. Welcome back to Wars Orochi 4. Where had y'all been paying attention to the previous episode? Shit. I think we got. Well, actually, no. We were reeling from the betrayal of one pursuers, but we still standing 10 toes down. We still keeping it pushing. We still are keeping it going, and ain't nothing gonna stop us from completing our mission. And we still are still putting in. We still here. We're still putting in work. We're still handling business, and that's all it is, and that's all it's gonna be. And you know, of course, if we're talking about, last mission, one Zhuge Liang and also Sako Shima spearheaded it, so especially with Zhuge Liang, the possibility of it failing, dang, 800. I think yeah, I can get that done. But using magic, I could definitely get that done. But honestly, it might take a while, because the magic isn't just gonna be there automatically. But I'll try and get as many enemies as I can to flock around me, and then try and take them all out at once. And then the more I take out with the magic, the better. And also the quicker that it gets done. But and also as y'all, not quite just yet, but I think I might start using rage. Well, getting rage and using it more. But considering that the rage attacks isn't really gonna help as far as taking out enemies with magic. It's really, at least in this stage, there's really no point then. At least until I get the 800. Because then once, you want a duel, no problem. But you gotta understand, homie. In a duel, it's only 2 people. You really can't be a duel with all your people there. With you, trying to fight me with you, really defeats the purpose of a duel. It's only two people supposed to be fighting. That's why it's a duel. A duo, two people. That's how it goes down. And what the hell? I shall have the rage, and I'll at least save it, so that when the time calls for it, I'll have it in my back pocket. So, when when I'm ready to use it, it's there, and I don't have to spend valuable time looking for a Chaos Origin just to get the rage in the first place, Because every second that I gotta waste on that is a second that I could have, hold on, where at? Alright, he's over there, he's there. Alright. Anyways, yeah, so, yeah, and every second that I spend trying to even get the rage, but you know when I could have had it a long time ago. There's no, yeah. At least here's Kiyomasa. But yeah. Every second that I spend, trying to build up the rage in Final Chaos Origin is a second that I could have used to be taking somebody out, completing another objective, or trying to complete the level much quicker than I'm gonna. I'm not necessarily saying getting the rage is a waste of time. I'm just saying that I could have done it first, and I could have done it quicker rather than doing it later. But yeah. Now, what I need to do is ice these other two fools before the plan begins, or else I'm pretty sure the plan. Or else I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail the objective. And see, this is where the speed factor comes in when it comes to when it comes to getting something done. Because when it comes to an objective that has a time limit on it, having to get to having to get to a certain spot, it's extremely time consuming, and chances are 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get there in time because of how long it took you to get to that certain spot. And it can get really frustrating, especially if you only got a minute left, or like maybe a minute or less left to complete the task. It'll become a real pain in the ass. That's why there will be times where even if there's nobody around, I'll use the Unity magic just so it'll speed me up to get where I need to get to. Just because on foot regularly, it's gonna take a lifetime, as you can see. Hell, I wish friggin' I had a horse I could ride. Well, like how they used to do in the Warriors games, period. But thankfully I got here in time. But still, it's not the point. I would have rather have gotten here quicker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm lucky that I had less than a minute to spare, but I would have got the job done a lot quicker, if it didn't take so long to get across the map. I remember back in Samurai Warriors, that pretty much all the horses had the same speed except for Masamune's horse and Masukaze, Keiji's horse. Where Keiji's horse was the absolute fastest. Keiji's horse would get you all over the map in no time. You needed to get a certain thing done within a certain amount of time.
敵は後退したな。よくやったではないか。
ならば褒美をもらいたい。
まあいいだろう。何が望みだ。
あの男の力だ。秀吉様こそが人の王。ならば俺と同じくあの男も秀吉様に忠誠を誓うべきであろう。
それは
気まずそうな顔じゃな。もしやあいつにも同じ約束をしとったんか。
だから言ったであろう。その浅はかさはいずれ白日のもとにさらされると。
わしら人間はお前たちにとってはただの駒。一体本当は何をしようとしとるんじゃ。
余計なことを聞くな。逆らうな。もう貴様になど用はない。
秀吉様、
Ha-
ここは私が抑えます。
another god using the humans for his own selfish goals. What a shocker! But then again, despite my sarcasm, it was way more obvious that Ares was using them just because of how angry he got and how angry he's gotten in the past episodes. If you've seen it, and hell, I'm willing to bet that he'll even that when the time. I'm willing to bet that when the time comes, he's gonna he's gonna be so power thirsty or power hungry, take your pick, to the point where he's gonna try and ice Zeus. And honestly, that can either go one or two ways. Either one, he'll successfully catch Zeus off guard and zero him, or it'll blow up in his face and his attack won't do much, and then he'll wind up getting himself killed just because of his own selfishness and greed. But you know, one can only hope that karma pays him back in full. But you know, that of course remains to be seen. And considering that Hideyoshi is the one who unifies Japan, well, who's the first one to unify Japan, and Mitsunari, you know, has his intelligence being under him, along with Ieyasu, you know, you'd think that they would have had more sense than to trust that fool. But you know, when in the presence of gods, I guess, you know, things can go awry. Things can be altered. A wrench can be thrown in, and plans change. But honestly, you should never trust their word just because they're a god. And it's obvious once again I was right, because they thought that shit was gonna be all good, only for it to be obvious that once again a god was using them for their own selfish benefit. But you know, you live, you learn. But hey, you know, the biggest basis And there it is. Took a while, but we got the 800. We got the job done. There was no doubt in my, there was honestly no doubt in my mind that I was gonna get it done. For me, it was just, it wasn't for me. It wasn't so much wondering how I was gonna get it done. It was more of how long it was gonna take for me to get it done. Just because, for one thing, depending on how high their attack is, will depend, and also how their defense is compared to our attack will, you know, had to hit you with a power bow there, Ares. Anyways, yeah. It'll all depend on our attack compared to their defense, and if they got a high attack, then I mean, if they got a high defense, then our attack might as well be useless. But you know, that just gives me more permission to just bring it harder, bring it harder in the paint. But honestly, yeah, the way I see it, if the unique magic don't do a number on them, I'll try and check and see if the unity magic does a better job, and 9 times out of 10 it will, and just the off chance that it won't, then I might just have to do the Super Musu move with the rage, or better yet, the rage Musu move. You know what I'm saying? But then again, that's why I gotta keep at least one samurai character on the team, or else it's useless, because the dynasty warriors characters don't have rage Musu moves, and believe me, I've tried. They don't have it. So, but you know, at least with most of the characters, it's not really that big of a deal. But when it comes to the samurai characters, it is a big deal, just because, you know, when using the move, you know, the results are always very good. And honestly, from what I've seen, the results will almost always be good, just because of how much more powerful the Musu move is with the rage added to it. You know, and nowadays, at least from what I've seen, pretty much, if not all of the samurai characters have useful weapons. Unlike, I mean, hell, to an extent, Okuni, because she just uses her parasol / umbrella as a weapon, and you know that can only work so well. But at least her shit is better than what Masamune had back in Samurai Warriors, where this fool was using fucking sticks that were shaped as a sword. Like, that shit was embarrassing to see. But at least his shit was an actual weapon, unlike fucking Orochi, who used a literal toy. She used a literal toy as a weapon. And needless to say, out of all the weapons of everybody in Samurai Warriors, hers did the least damage, and that shit was embarrassing to see. Hell, it was embarrassing. it was embarrassing to use. But of course, I didn't have a choice because I wanted to unlock every ending and shit, and I couldn't do it unless I played as her. Yeah, I could have done better, but I ain't tripping. And and compared to who her brother is, I think I guess it's fitting that her weapon was a joke, whereas his weapon is lethal. And then their Musou moves were pretty annoying, where this dude Nobunaga is like on some Sonic shit, slicing through people, and she's spinning the shit around like a helicopter, nowhere near the level of Hanzo, but But that's gonna do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and cheer with your boy. If you enjoyed this video, go and hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, by way of Struggle Vision Productions, I am the Hitman Kaz, and if you see me coming, run.
この学文献まずは捨て駒となり待て学信殿先陣はこの馬毛機が務めよう待て待て一番槍はこの男福島以外皆さんどうぞ好きなだけ揉めていてくださいその間に一番槍はこら直政待ちやがれてめえ大丈夫か心配だ